These Syllable earbuds had me a bit worried. I'm not a fan of testing speakers on this channel because it's difficult to convey exactly how they sound via video. For a price tag of about 50 bucks, link in the description by the way, I'd say they're slightly on the expensive side, but that's okay, I know exactly why they're doing that. Be warned, if you buy a pair of $20 Bluetooth wireless headphones that are advertised as high-definition audio, you will regret your purchase the moment you put them on. We all know what terrible headphones sound like you're listening to something through a paper bag, but that's not what these sound like at all. I would equate these actually to probably the same quality you get in a typical pair of headphones included with a flagship phone. So like my Galaxy S7 headphones sound a lot like these, as did my iPhone 7's headphones. But on top of that, of course, this pair of headphones is wireless. That does not mean, however, that the Bluetooth capability cuts into audio quality. That's what I was getting to a bit earlier with the whole cheap in-ear Bluetooth headphone rant. If you have a terrible Bluetooth receiver in these, not only will your audio quality diminish as it's being transmitted over the air, but as it's being processed by the receiver itself. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's cover what's in the box and how exactly you charge these things. So inside this cube exterior are 4 major components, the first of which is of course the Bluetooth headphones and the included case/charging dock, which I'll discuss more in detail here shortly. You also get a user manual, which will come in handy when you need to connect the headphones to a device, a micro USB to USB cable, which isn't very long, that was a bit disappointing, and 2 pairs of interchangeable rubber domes. So the case/charging dock is actually pretty cool. It will of course hold your headphones, you can take them wherever you want without losing them, that's something that Bluetooth headphones are notorious for, and it also acts as a charging dock in that there are 4 LEDs which will notify you of current charging status. A micro USB charging hub is to the right, which we'll use to connect to a computer. I say computer because, well, no charging brick is included with the headphones, so all you have is the cable and the charging port. I don't know where they expect you to plug these things into, but it won't be a wall. Kind of a letdown, and the short USB cable doesn't make things any easier. Connecting the headphones to my phone, however, was not difficult at all. It took about 6 seconds. As long as you can read the manual, you'll be good to go. The Syllable logo on the sides of each acts as a button and can be used to complete this process. Now back to audio quality. Again, I compare these to a typical run-of-the-mill flagship headset that you'd get with an iPhone 7 or a Samsung Galaxy S7. I don't think that's a bad thing. If you're an audiophile though, you probably shouldn't be looking at this video anyway because anything this cheap obviously isn't going to sound that good. But I'd say 50 bucks, it's tough to justify 50 bucks. 40 bucks is really where it would shine, and I think that it would still be at a premium enough price point to set itself apart from the $20, just terrible headsets. But 50 bucks is still, it's okay. The lows are not very low, but these are in earbuds. That's typical of most of those. I was able to use my S7's equalizer to adjust that accordingly. These are also very deep in-ear buds, so it'll be difficult to hear anything other than yourself talking. And I sound very bassy right now. This is super weird. Range is typical Bluetooth range, although I don't think you'd ever need to be that far away from your phone. And battery life is about 2 hours, so doing anything extra strenuous, maybe mowing the lawn, a quick gym workout would be about as far as these would make it. But alas, there is one ultimate deal breaker for me and these headphones. I don't know if it's a calibration issue, a software issue, but every 10 minutes or so, one of the headphones will lower its volume dramatically. We're talking if you're at 100%, it'll drop to 20%, and then slowly work its way back up to 100%, while the other headphone stays at 100% the entire time. I don't get it, but it's a big issue and it gets very annoying. It's something I've noticed others complaining about in the review section as well. And I hate saying that because these aren't cheap, they don't sound cheap, they aren't made cheap. It's just one thing that they didn't get right before they started rolling these out. My headset was no exception. If you are willing to take the risk though and deal with the short USB cable and the fact that these only last for about 2 hours, I guess you have nothing else to lose. Worst case, you can return these. You won't probably have any problem at all because these are Amazon fulfilled. So give them a shot. If you think 50 bucks is I guess, at least experimenting with these. If you haven't owned a Bluetooth headset before, these are a good entry model, if you will. I don't recommend spending 200 bucks on a Bluetooth headset if you haven't owned one before, because you need to set your expectations accordingly. I will say though that I'm excited for where Syllable is heading. They have a more expensive model that I'm sure is rid of most of the mini version's issues. It's also nice to see that Syllable wasn't willing to compromise on quality for the sake of price. Too many companies are falling into that trap nowadays, but not Syllable. You guys almost had it, by the way. You almost created the perfect budget-friendly wireless Bluetooth headset. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down if you feel the complete opposite, and click the subscribe button if you haven't already. This is Salazar Studio. Thanks for learning with us.